I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't. I kept hearing his voice in my head. She still comes into the bedroom at 3:17 every morning. For almost 6 months, I'd been waking up at exactly 3:17 every night. No alarm, no noise, just suddenly awake. And every single time I had the same feeling, like somebody was standing in the bedroom doorway, watching me. And I never told anyone, especially not my husband, because he wasn't there and I didn't want to worry him. The first few days after he came home were strange. Not terrifying, but strange. He remembered things about our life together, but never quite correctly. Like someone had read a summary of our marriage instead of actually living it. He knew names, places, dates, but not the emotions attached to them. Sometimes I'd catch him staring at me, not lovingly, but like he was studying me, like he was learning me. And then came the night I stopped believing I was imagining things. I woke up suddenly and the room was dark. The clock beside the bed glowed red. 3:17 a.m. My stomach tightened. My husband's side of the bed was empty, but I could hear voices downstairs, and at first I assumed he was on the phone. The sound was faint. A conversation. Murmuring, pauses, responses. Exactly the rhythm of two people talking. I got out of bed and followed the sound. The kitchen was pitch black. Every light in the room was off, but I could see him standing beside the table, talking, then stopping, listening, and then talking again, as if someone was standing directly in front of him. There was no phone, no one else in the room, and I stood there frozen. And then I reached for the light switch. The second the light came on, the conversation stopped. My husband turned his head slowly towards me. The look in his eyes made my blood run cold. For a split second, he didn't look surprised. He looked hungry. The way he stared at me made every instinct in my body scream to run, and for one horrible moment, I genuinely thought he was going to lunge at me. But then something changed. The expression vanished, like a switch being flipped. He blinked, looked away, and without saying another word, he just walked straight past me. Back to our bedroom, back into bed. I stayed downstairs for the rest of the night. I sat on the sofa with every light in that house on. I was too afraid to sleep next to my own husband. But I must have drifted off at some point, because the next thing I remember is being jolted awake by the sound of a phone ringing. I checked the clock. 5:02 a.m. My stomach dropped. There was only one person who called me at that time in the morning, and he was upstairs in my bed. But the phone kept ringing. My hands were shaking as I picked it up and said hello, and for a moment there was only static. But then a voice I hadn't heard in months. A voice that made my knees buckle.